A college graduate searches for months, while older workers postpone retirement and promotions slow across the entire ladder. A mid-career employee watches a reorganisation and senses that loyalty no longer guarantees stability or training. The old escalator model is jammed, so good effort no longer automatically leads upward. Global competition and automation reshape work, and employers expect rapid learning rather than long apprenticeships. When companies invest less in development, the responsibility shifts to the individual to build skills and options. A short-term contract replaces lifetime security, so each role feels like a renewal that can end without warning. After work, someone scrolls through job listings and rewrites a resume, but the same crowd competes for every slot. Instead of waiting for clarity, the person starts building a career like a small venture that must adapt. You will learn mindset, planning, networking, opportunity creation, and risk management, turning uncertainty into a workable path. This video is inspired by The Startup of You by Reid, Hoffman and Casnocha, and subscribe to practice these career strategies weekly. Permanent beta means treating your career as always in testing, always improving, and never fully finished. The mechanism is constant learning and iteration, where you acknowledge flaws, fix them, and keep moving forward. This mindset prevents 1 year of experience from repeating for decades, as each year brings new challenges. It also creates optimism because improvement stays possible, even when the market changes faster than plans. A media rental company began with DVDs by mail, shifted to subscriptions, then moved into streaming as broadband spread. That evolution came from staying nimble, iterating the business model, and treating each stage as temporary. In a crowded job market, permanent beta turns adaptation into a habit rather than a desperate reaction. It supports the idea that training and development are your responsibility, not a benefit that appears automatically. Keep a visible list of skills to strengthen and choose one small upgrade to pursue each month. Review your progress quarterly, then adjust what you learn next so the work stays aligned with demand. Competitive advantage is the reason someone chooses your work, and it comes from combining 3 moving puzzle pieces. These pieces are your assets, your aspirations and values, and the market realities of what people will pay for. If any piece is missing, direction breaks down because skill without demand and passion without competence both stall. Studying market realities is practical because no one is entitled to paid work without serving real needs. One online retailer stood out by offering a 365-day return window and free return shipping. It also displayed a phone number prominently and answered calls locally without scripts or time limits. This shows how a clear advantage cuts through a noisy market where customers cannot pass small differences. The same logic applies to careers because hiring managers face sameness and need a simple reason to choose. A company hires me over others because, and then back it with concrete evidence. Revisit the 3 puzzle pieces, often because assets, aspirations, and market conditions change in shape over time. A BZ planning is an adaptive method that keeps you flexible when the environment acts like a chaotic ocean. It works by holding a plan A, a plan B pivot, and a plan Z lifeboat in mind. Plan A is your current route, built on your advantage, with small iterations as you learn in real time. Plan B is the next route you pivot to when the goal or path must change based on feedback. Traditional 10-year planning presumes stability, but the rules change, making rigid roadmaps limiting and risky. The better stance is to be flexibly persistent, staying true to values while adjusting tactics when reality proves assumptions wrong. Plan Z supports all of this because a reliable fallback keeps you in the game when experiments fail. With a lifeboat available, you can pursue upside in Plan A and Plan B without gambling your essentials. Write down what must be true for your plan to work, then test those assumptions through small actions. If ABZ planning reduces panic and gives direction, subscribe to learn how to pivot without losing momentum. We mean that your individual capabilities are multiplied by a network, because careers operate within webs of relationships. The process involves building genuine alliances and bridge ties that introduce information resources and referrals you cannot access alone. Close ties provide trust and support, while weak ties connect you to new worlds and fresh opportunities. The best network blends cohesion and diversity because too much sameness limits ideas, while too much distance harms teamwork. A publishing employee noticed warning signs, saw industry perspective from a friend, and pattern recognition from a parent. She then reached out to many contacts for ideas, made a referral, and moved into a new role before layoffs expanded. Staying in touch keeps you top of mind, so chance requests for experts or hires surface your name first. Network intelligence comes from asking broadly when many perspectives help, and asking targeted experts when the question is specialized. Aim for at least one introduction each month, and add value when you follow up with people you respect. Keep 3 back pocket questions for dinners and lunches, then listen for trends that affect your next move. A breakout opportunity is a role or project that changes your trajectory, often feeling slightly beyond your current reach. You discover such opportunities by staying curious, remaining proactive, and engaging with those who control access to them. Curiosity acts like a spark for opportunity, making you question why problems exist and how value could be created. As you take more actions, the combinations of ideas and contacts increase, enhancing the chances of useful randomness. An actor who reached out directly to a producer earned an audition for a new medical drama and landed a lead role. He evaluated the potential by considering the quality of the team and the challenge of playing a central part. Hustle means consistently taking action under constraints, like writing repeated letters or starting work early to demonstrate commitment. Resourcefulness transforms scarcity into fuel, like founders selling custom cereal boxes to buy time and continue building. Intelligent risk requires upside that justifies potential downside, and small volatility now can prevent one huge shock later. Choose one acceptable risk this month, update your lifeboat plan, and track what you learn from the attempt. The core shift is treating your career as a living venture, not a fixed ladder that carries you upward. When change is constant, adaptability creates stability because you build options before any single role ends. Permanent beta keeps learning continuous, giving you a competitive advantage that provides direction, while ABZ planning keeps routes flexible. Networks add leverage, breaking out opportunities and rewarding motion. Intelligent risk builds resilience through controlled challenges. These mechanisms reduce panic because the next step is always defined, even when the market shifts unexpectedly. They also expand opportunity flow, as people remember clear value and trust grows through repeated helpful interactions. Start by writing your advantage statement, then list one Plan B pivot and one Plan Z lifeboat option. Next, reach out to 2 contacts, offer something useful, and ask one targeted question about trends in your field. Keep moving with curiosity, allowing small experiments to teach you faster than waiting for perfect certainty. If you want weekly guidance for building a career that adapts and grows, subscribe for more frameworks that keep you proactive.